Welcome to the Rimm-PODCAST, episode 57. I'm 57. I'm a special host, Iggy. Why do countries as USA invest in other countries? For an example, such as Montenegro. Today we got a really two special guests. Our first guest is Mirsad Muratovic. He's the founder of the Diaspora. He's an innovator, and he's also a serial entrepreneur, visionary man. Our other guest is DrSofie Nubani. She's a PR global consultant. She's also the certified for so many great stuff. And she's also the speaker, author, and by the way, I read your book. It's a great book. And guys, I bet you should read that book because I never saw a book where you can use as a reference. Putting all things together and helping me, guys, helping me to do other stuff. A lot of great questions, a lot of resources. You know, a lot of times you have an encyclopedia, everything is like in 60 books. Here, guys, everything is in one book.
So today, you enjoyed optimize your creative mindset.
I do. You're an amazing lady, as well as you, Mirsad. We try to help the Montenegro. Why to invest in tourism? My first question, what is the mutual business relationship between you guys? How did you even met? How did you even came in an idea? Why to help the Montenegro? We'll start with you because you're a global consultant. You work with so many other countries, helping them getting the monetary funds from the big banks and actually seeing a political another way because everybody is different religion, different norms, you name it. Everybody believe they are the best. When they come to the United States, they say like we are the smallest. So can you tell us a little bit, how did you met? Why you even interested to look it up in Montenegro?
Oh, this is an interesting journey with Mr. Mirsad. We met on a business event, and during our conversation, he wouldn't stop expressing a lot of great things about Montenegro. Mm-hmm. I had never heard about in the past. And I was thinking, as much as I've traveled and been culturally diverse, I have not really learned so much in such a little time, but through our conversation and his love and passion to his people. Mm-hmm. And then I realized and found out that he had a nonprofit and he had been doing a lot of work integrating different ideas and businesses between the two countries, and I was really taken by it.
Nice.
And as a global advisor and consultant, we brainstormed and we came up with a strategy of how we can really enhance and really advance the political position, the tourism, a lot of areas of growth that can help the economy, that can help in the educational system, clean energy, waste projects, basically build infrastructure in a country.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And he was just incredible.
So he loves you. He loves his country. He will do whatever it takes for the country. So you are a founder of the Diaspora Montenegro. Can you a little bit elaborate on that? What is the whole diaspora about? And I know you've been for 2 decades living in Orlando. You have a dual citizenship. So you're doing a great, going back to your country, helping a lot. But what the Diaspora Montenegro does for the people who lives here but wants to come from Montenegro here?
Well, speaking of the diaspora, how the whole this idea begins. Last year I was there to bury my mother.
Okay.
So my mother wasn't feeling the best. So I went over there. So I was thinking that I'm going there to save my mother. And all of a sudden, what happened is, now she's in heaven watching us here. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. And so after that, what happened, I didn't know that I noticed and realized that the country and the people need a lot of help. That's what triggers me to open up United Diaspora Montenegro. And the purpose of this is just to help economical growth between one of the largest countries in the world and one of the smallest countries in the world with greatest treasury, with greatest beauties that it's unknown and undiscovered to the world.
And I saw a lot of pictures of Montenegro. Montenegro has such a beautiful, everything has a Mediterranean Sea, Adriatic Sea. So Mediterranean Sea is important. A lot of import, a lot of rich people come over there with the yachts, I name it. Looking during the summer, it's probably one of the best attractive places you can ever see there. Now, a lot of political influence plays on you because you try to help them as well, connecting with the United States. You come across a lot of people here that are running for Congress, running for the House of Representatives, connecting them, and as well as connecting with the DrSofie is on the PR level. And she's really well named, and I'm not going to mention the name that she knows, but probably one of the best and most recognized people in the world, people who lead the world. She knows them. She consults for them. And with her help, I know tourism is big. 70 million people come here in Orange County. So you try to bring the people from Montenegro here, connecting them some ties between the flights. So you try to tie up the government from the Montenegro to here. Now, question everybody wants to know, why to invest in Montenegro besides all other countries? I'll start with you.
Well, what happened is just like what you mentioned. Yeah, it's why tourism? Because obviously I've been in a tourism business here, managing one of the largest corporations in tourism industry in America, and see a lot of great success into that. So it's always because 1/3 of the budget in Montenegro, it comes from the tourism.
Okay.
So now the country, and I did travel, thank God, I did travel around the world. I traveled to a lot of different places, and the beauty, not because just because I'm from Montenegro, just the beauty that Montenegro got to offer, it's unknown. It's unknown to the people in America. It's unknown. Montenegro, in America, they don't know about Montenegro, all the beauty and everything was going on.
They exist out
there. So I
there.
see a great potentials to bring the economical growth and build that gap between United States and Montenegro, build the connections. If we got 70 million visitors in Florida alone, and Montenegro is not much bigger than Florida.
Yeah.
Speaking size-wise,
geographically.
So if we are able to establish in Florida and did great, amazing job to bring, introduce to 70 to 100 million, 70 millions comes to Orlando, and we got about 100 millions coming to Florida. So if one single state is able to go and bring that kind of economy now versus Montenegro, 1/3 of the budget is from tourism, and they got the great potentials to do that. So I see great potentials in Montenegro, and I see great connections to enhance this relationship that Montenegro and U.S.
And there's some special U.S. treaties between the Montenegro for years, like I'm talking about hundreds of years. So DrSofie, as a PR, traveling all over the place, not just meeting with the Montenegro politicians and Montenegro founder of Diaspora, but you're meeting with another level of the people across the board too. What is one, like you said, I know you said is he loves his country and everything, but from the point of view of the countries when to invest, is the hardship investing in countries like that, and basically what the PR does for the countries like the Montenegro?
Well, of course, the government of Montenegro is trying to facilitate easiness for investors, whether through citizenship, through businesses. They have to invest a certain amount. There's different locations where, of course, it's going to be a larger, like more 250, and I think they go after a 5-year period, and they go reassess again, and then they can actually get the citizenship through that way. But what's so attractive is the favor of the US dollar, the currency exchange. And that is really, really attractive for many people who are really looking into investment. Maybe it's not, people have to do their due diligence of homework, what areas and how, is it real estate or is it businesses? But of course, that's going to create a lot of growth for the economy and decrease poverty and open the country to a lot of more tourism and economical growth. That is going to be definitely an advantage for both parties. And always seek the latest rules and regulations, because we're in such a innovative, fast-moving world, and rules change, and you just want to always make sure that you are aware of all the details. And from there, it's really a great area to grow from, because it's really not very touched and not very known or discovered by many.
And then my other question, the rules and regulation when it comes down for foreign investors, then I will go back to the Mirsad asking what type of relationship he has with the current politicians. So if I'm an investor, I want to invest in Montenegro. Either way, either buying a house, buying the property, flying, some kind of establishment relationship has to be between two countries. What are the regulations from the U.S. perspective of way investing in the countries that are not really undiscovered, unknown to other society and other people who live here in the United States?
On a basic level, I would say the U.S. policy is structured to really transition the country to a prosperous, free market democracy, to get it more involved in the European Union.
Okay.
It is now, a NATO country, but that's the goal. They've been in negotiations since 2012, and that would really bring forth a great push and opening in many levels of growth for the country, and of course for those who are investors, they're going to have a same benefit from the ripple effect of this result.
Okay, so basically because of they are part of the Union,
Yes.
European Union, so they will strengthen the relationship between the U.S. The reason I'm asking, when I'm invest, I need some guarantees. I don't want to just invest my money over there and then I don't know. So with the help of the USA to the European Union, and because Montenegro is part of the Union, that's the strength right there.
That is where they're really heading to, absolutely.
And that's what is a big credentials for the Montenegro. Now, my question to you, Mirsad, what ties and relationships do you have with your current political representatives in your country? I know you met quite few here in the United States. You already established yourself here. So now you try to bring that you already know here over there. What kind of ties do you have with your current political relationship with the political representative in Montenegro?
Well, it's like what I mentioned. Yeah, it's in infancy stage.
Okay.
Which I did. Obviously, I've been going there for decades. In Montenegro, and last year I started to work more active, to be more involved into this, and kind of creating as a project, as a goal dedications, to help to find my purpose. What did I came here in America? Like I left about almost 30 years ago. So what happened is the reason why I left, and I discover now all the skills and knowledge that I learned, now I want to go and apply in Montenegro. And speaking with the politicians, they're great, amazing people to work with. Their country is in infancy stage. They need a lot of different help. So now it's going to be more like day-to-day basic to find out what certain areas, what people need, how we can help, what do they need help. So give them what do they want, and obviously with our skills and experience and support from one of the largest, greatest country in the world, then it's very easy, very simple and doable.
Accessible to the funds and everything else, whatever you need it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now go back to you. How is important the early stage when a PR or global consultant like yourself come to the country like him, and at the early stage, just like the way you have a baby, you're nourishing from the early stages. The more you nourish, the better baby gets. So you're nourishing this country, helping them. How is important for the PR versus coming later on at the stage and then discovering retirement? How is important at the early stage, starting from the early point of view?
As a creative mindset strategist and consultant, finding solutions and solving problems is it's very stimulating to my mind and exciting. Early stages really help. It's just like cooking a meal, and you have all the ingredients, and if you are the one who is doing all of this in the early stages, you have more control of really predicting how everything is going to turn out, from the temperature, the spices, and everything else, versus if you had to take over in the middle of something.
And you don't know who already done
Yes,
stuff.
and so that is an advantage because the vision is clear, mission is united. We always have to remain adaptable in our mission and journey for changes, because that's always going to be a possibility. But without that, to be starting from the beginning, it's going to be great because you can apply true proven results of processes that really work, because the story of the PR is more powerful than actually a Facebook ad, like Richard Branson said. So there is a lot of strength and importance when you apply PR in the right format, and when it comes genuinely as a great service that is really going for the betterment of all as a big vision in the end.
Perfect. So my last question for both of you, and then we'll have a free question. You can look it up in the camera and say, this is what I'm going to do for Montenegro. I'm going to start for you. Do we have a hope for Montenegro that will strengthen a relationship with the United States and will help the people in tourism on both sides?
Well, hope is always there, and it's not just even hope that those things being done. in a different countries, in different things. It's already been established, already. Maybe it's been unknown to just the Montenegro people. It may seem like, wow, what we're trying to do, wow, that's too big, is different. But nothing is too big, we know that. You know, we live in the greatest country in the world.
Yes.
It's American dream. Anything that you really truly believe, you can go and accomplish that. And my strongly belief is that Montenegro is such a great, amazing country, not because I'm just a citizen of that. It's I do love the country. I love America. I'm a dual citizen. I love both. I got the best. That's what I'm made of, from the best skills and experience that I learned in this country. Now also I want to apply. And I want to bring that beauty from Montenegro, that beauty that already have, and help that economical growth so that people can live more peaceful, happy life.
Perfect.
That the one they deserve. Second thing is also now bringing Montenegro to America. Introducing this here is going to be a mutual also is going to be a mutual benefits from both sides, because most people don't know such a thing exists. So why not? Why we don't do it? And I would love to put that bridge together, bring the tourism over there to the highest possible level that they can do.
Connect together, and that's the bottom line, collaboration between each other. So now, as a PR consultant, what is your hope that you can put things together? I know we don't work on hope, but we have to have a hope and imagination to accomplish something. What is the hope for the future of Montenegro?
As a global citizen myself, my biggest joy is really to bring the best in each area's strength and bring them together. Like you said, collaborate. And in that space, we can all grow, because through education and knowledge and things like what you're doing right now, I've listened to a lot of your podcasts, and I've learned a lot from things that I already know about the people, but not in details because of some of the questions that you have asked and they answered. And through stuff of media, because PR is about delivering the message and bridging the aim and goal of an organization to their message to the public, and in the best way. And in case of crisis, they always maintain good open communication and relationships that can sustain the relationship on a long term. And in the end of the day, it's really what we all strive for, is peace, and there is no peace without economical growth. Because if we are all focused on just surviving, where is our creativity? Where is our innovation? And with that, we can really create a lot of great more projects and people and jobs and growth, and the sky is the limit, and and beyond.
That's it. So I'm gonna leave you with one question. Get yourself a 30 seconds, look it up in camera, and said, I am such and such. This is what I'm gonna do for Montenegro and USA. I'll start out with you.
I'm DrSofie Nubani, and my hope and my faith is to strengthen the relationship and communication between our U.S. citizens and Montenegro, and to bridge a beautiful union between our political views in the sense of respect and growth and support, and many blessings.
And Mr. Mirsad, I love that you, as a founder of Diaspora, do the same thing what you're gonna do for your own people here and over there in Montenegro.
Yeah, as a founder of the United Diaspora Montenegro, it's my dedication and commitment is to bring this to life. All this vision that I have for many, many years, that to bring this bridge, to build this bridge between US and Montenegro. Bring US to Montenegro, bring Montenegro to US. Establish this relationship so we can show the people the beauty that everything Montenegro's got to offer.
Perfect. So guys, now you heard everything in a short, sweet 15 to 20 minutes podcast. Beautiful thing about the podcast. We'll post all of your info at the end of our show. We'll tag you with all of the Facebook pages, anything you might have. So if somebody wants to look it up for Montenegro, the beauty of the pictures, the tourism, the buildings, the history, you just name it. It's beautiful. I mean, the best way to view it and go there and visit it. So guys, this is the episode 57, your special host Tigi, our special Dr. Sophie, and Mr. Mirsad. They are connecting countries together, but we are helping them to share with us so they can reach more audience like you. Please like, share, care within the community, on the local level, global level. Thank you, we love you. Thank you guys for being on our show.
Thank you, blessings.
Thank you, peace, love, and happiness.
Thank you, we love you guys. Stay connected, stay humble, stay tuned.